Share.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and the place to be. I'm your host, Adam Milton. Right now from me is.
The governor.
Jam one.
All right, all right. Really right to the left this time. Um, Fellas, what's good with you? My apologies for being late. Once again, I cannot stress this enough. Um, I'm normally sort of a punctual person, but yeah, my apologies.
Oh, to the good. We all on time. We here, you
All
know.
right. We here the time we supposed to be, I guess, right? Was meant, was written. Peace, peace.
Yep. Right.
Uh, Gov, yo, you sent me this joint, man. I'm impressed. Did you hear Jamawan?
I didn't
I
hear it
just
yet.
sent it. I just sent it.
Yeah, I'm impressed. You get the stamp of approval.
Well,
And you said that you took the time with it. And not saying that the work you have done in
before.
the past, like I said, I'm not in the studio with you, so I don't know the details, what goes on when it comes to you making beats, whatever. I'm not a producer. But the time you told me that you spent on there, um, now I realize guys like Kendrick Lamar, the whole TDE staff, well, some of them, when they give out, when they do interviews, a lot of distractions with artists. Some may have like vices that they try to overcome before they get right in the studio or whatever. And some people just take their time on art. And you can tell the difference between microwave stuff
Right.
and
Right.
stuff that you really took your time with and you know what I'm saying? Make sure it was cooked right. You know what I'm saying? So when I heard this joint, it was cooked right, man. And what's the name of the artist too? Because I'm very highly impressed with the artist as well. How old is he? He sounds like he's more new schoolish.
Stephen Lee. You remember our age.
Oh, Lee
Really?
Steven. I know him.
Yeah, Lee Steven, yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Thinking he's like in J. Cole and them generation.
No,
He
he
got he got a young sounding voice.
very right.
Yeah. And that's a plus in today's time.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, hip hop, before we get in the topic, real quick, hip hop should not be, um, you know, young man, old man sport. I realize they wanted to be a young man sport because, when the record labels were quote unquote in charge, you can manipulate a young, fresh rookie mind other than a seasoned veteran.
True.
He's not going to fall for the same trick. So they throw that out there. Young man sport, no, is a predatorial, manipulative sport because
Right.
you're not going to do that to someone that's seasoned and been around the block a couple of times. You want to get these guys out the way so they won't spread that knowledge to the generation coming up. That's all.
Yep.
Yep. But I like you got to listen to it, Jammer. You got to listen to it, man. I love it. I don't say,
Yeah.
I'm a harsh critic, Gov. I don't say too much
Right.
about people work like that. You know
Yeah, I
what I'm
appreciate
saying?
that.
But
Appreciate that.
I love it, man. Keep up the good work. I love the vibes. I love the vibes, man. I love the vibes. So what's on today's topic, fellas? We got I'm gonna let y'all kick it off because I want to feed off y'all energy. We got simping 101 or something like that. We got extortion and hip hop. I want to see y'all. I'm feeding off y'all today because I want to know y'all perspective before I put my own in there. And the last one was, and we gonna make this one last. Um, the Kanye West interview with DJ Act, right?
Yep.
Yeah, academics. He's damaging. Um, okay, so all right, let's kick it off first. What we doing? Jammer, you kick it off. First
So
topic.
I guess I don't know how you put it, but I was saying it's tricking the new way of the game.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I hear a lot of guys really it's people online. They complain about the state of dating, and they say that it's difficult because, like, when you get on the dating sites, the women tend to go for the top tier guys, like the guys that look the most handsome or whatever. But the guys who are average or short or whatever, they don't really get much attention on the dating sites. So I hear them saying stuff like, well, instead of trying to like put in all this extra work trying to get these women, why not just go buy one? You know what I mean? Go to the strip club or whatever, pick up some prostitutes. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
And I was like, that's very interesting. Cause if a man is going, 2, 3, 4, 5 years without a date because it's been difficult for him, I don't understand why he wouldn't pay for a woman. You know what I mean? And that's just like it seems like it's becoming the way of the game now. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Is chivalry's dead? I mean, well, is love no longer in the air? Is it just more a business transaction?
I don't know. I have no idea because I haven't been on the dating scene in a really long time. And I'm not somebody, even when I was single, I wasn't somebody who dated. I never dated anybody. I just, I just met women organically. So
Okay.
I don't really know what it's like to be on the dating scene per se. I've been married for a long time.
Me too. Me too. I'm there.
But I hear men saying this.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did our stocks just went down with the ladies? You know what I'm saying?
In many ways, it seemed like, in many ways.
I mean, no, I'm saying because I'm married. I just found out you're married. I know Gov been married. So did the stocks just went down?
Apparently so.
Yeah.
Apparently so. The women are complaining, the men are complaining. It's crazy. It's crazy out there.
That's interesting. Gov, what you think? And then we're gonna ask Quan Bizzle or his views on it. He gonna come with some type of new school vibe, man. I don't think this new generation know about love, man. You know what I'm saying? Well, I've been listening to some of the R&B, like
Lately.
I lately have became a Chris Brown fan. Well, not fan, but I like his music. Not what's coming out, not what he's saying, but just sonically how it sound. Yeah, I've been, I couldn't get with the young Chris Brown. When he was a little kid dancing around. I was just too old for that. I couldn't do that. That's for my little sister and stuff. But go, what you think, man? Elaborate, add on to it. What you think?
Yeah, I think it's I get where a lot of guys are coming from now because it seems very transactional. Like most of these relationships in many ways is like, especially when you look at social media and you can see them like the girl says she going shopping, right? And so the dude say, yeah, so what you getting? And she said, no, that's the wrong question. Your question should be, how much is my cart? So it's like this whole thing is switched now. Right. So now this
Yeah.
whole thing is switched now where everything is like, oh, you need to be paying for my nails and hair in order for me to even go out with you. You see what I mean? Like that's what it's for.
Yeah, like send me a cash app and I'll talk to you type
Right.
deal.
Right.
But wouldn't they been doing that for forever? I mean, look at the 80s with the hot girls and the 90s with the fly girls. I mean, the fly girls of the 80s and 90s. They wouldn't look at you unless you was some type of baller or whatever.
Yeah, but
It's the same tactic.
It's the same.
it's a little different now. It's a little bit different now.
Like it's a higher percentage of them now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's not only the fly girls now. It's like even the averages and belows. They even hitting them up the same way.
Yeah. Could you imagine?
Yeah.
Could you imagine a 3.5 asking you for a cash app, bro?
They be doing
You know what I'm
it.
saying? I mean, what am I give you money to fix your face?
They got
He
they got
He hit it on the head because even the women 5 and below be like, hit my cash app.
right.
So the women from 5 and below want something from 5 and below.
You know?
Right?
Listen, it may not be all, but it's a growing percentage. It's like a larger. It's like it's fashionable now. Like it's the end thing to be for them. You know what I mean?
It's crazy, man. What you think, Juan Bizzle?
Mm, to be honest, I'm not gonna even lie to you. I think it's 50-50 when it comes to this generation knowing about love, you know what I mean? And knowing what love is because a lot of people they look at everything they see on social media and they get their opinions from that. But personally, I've know some people. I know some people that can tell you a thing or two about love, and they're 19, 20. You know what I mean? They're my age or 21. I think it's really based on your experience and what you've experienced and stuff like that. Me, I never really been around a woman like that or anything too much. I can't give you too much of that on my part, but I feel like there's still some love in the air. Just people look for the wrong places. A lot of people look for lust. A lot of it is lust these days. I know it was lust back then, but a lot of it is lust. A lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can't blame it. So you know, getting where you fit in. But yeah, it's still some love in the air. You know, everywhere. It's always gonna be love. So yeah.
Right.
I think we should do an episode on like internet love and how today's generation, well, I mean generation, just people in general, right?
Yeah.
How they interact. I mean, this is similar, but like, the catfishing and all that type of stuff, it's spooky out here, man.
Different. It's a world, totally different world now. Because everybody,
Totally different world, right?
we all met
Remember,
in person. For the most part, we used to all meet in person. You
yeah,
know.
but remember
Yeah,
when
I
we was
saw a
coming up, it
graph.
was a blind date thing,
I
you
saw a
know?
graph just recently. And it went from 1940 to I think like 2020,
Okay.
and it was basically how people met, and it had like work, school, through family, at a party, like all of the things, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it had internet down at the bottom. Yo, everything was when it like mainly work. I think it was working through family was leading all the way up to like 2005 or something. And
Mm-hmm.
then you seen when you looked at the bottom graph where the internet was, after 2005, the internet just shot all the way up and everything else just shrunk down. And it was like internet is like something ridiculous, like 75%. And everything else is, you know what I mean, is the other 25%
Yeah.
at the end of it.
You know why? You know why that is? Because now, back in the day, you remember they used to have something called long distance love or whatever, right? And
Mm-hmm.
you meet a young lady in Chicago, whatever the case may be, y'all talk on the phone, whatever the case may be. Now you can just get online and holler at a shorty from Turkey or Russia or, somewhere
Yeah.
in Johannesburg, for crying out loud. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's it's like a smorgasbord of relationships and people to meet. But my thing is, and I don't want to jump off topic. My thing is dealing with is this person real or not? Is this person catfishing you? You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
this goes
Mm-hmm.
back to circling back around. All right, I heard y'all statements and stuff like that. I remember, Gov, if you remember, we did something on the Crow's Corner, right? Many years ago. And we was talking about, is marriage a form of prostitution?
Mm-hmm.
And I guess in that room, I don't think you made I don't know, Gov, you always neutral. But it was basically like a 2 against 1, right? The young lady that you had there, I don't remember her name. You was
I
doing music with her.
don't remember.
Yeah, she had like very provocative music or whatever the case may be. It was me, you, and Y, and
Yeah, I forgot.
You
Yeah, I
were
forgot.
stating that
She was.
marriage is not like a form of prostitution, and I told her it is. I mean, a lot of people don't want to look at it that way, but let's do the comparison.
Surprised.
Young lady on the internet, you want to talk to her, she want Cash App, right? A lot of women, what do a woman tell you in the ideal man? She want what? Security, food, clothing, and shelter. Those are expenses. And she could love you to the moon. And you have some women that'll stick in with you, stick by you through hard times. But if you do not improve, baby, I just lost my job. All right, honey, we can work it out. 2 months later, 3 months later, she started like, have you been on Job MDs yet? You know,
I've
when
been
that money coming in?
playing games, man.
Oh yeah, you stick around long enough around any woman and you don't bring in that financial security, your ass is gone. And I challenge any woman out there to prove me different.
I don't
Because
think marriage is a form of prostitution.
it is. Let me tell you why.
I
Let me
don't
tell you
think
why.
so.
Let me tell you why. I'm gonna
Mm-mm.
challenge you. I'm gonna challenge you. I'm gonna challenge you. I'm gonna challenge you. I'm gonna challenge you. What do prostitutes want from a John?
Just
They want money.
They want money
Yeah.
for services, right? Some Johns don't even want intercourse. They just want somebody to sit and talk to,
talk to you.
right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
What do the woman want in a relationship? She want what? Food, clothing, and shelter. Those things take money.
They want emotional support. They want
Exactly.
good sex. They want a father for their children. They want a whole lot of things, which like prostitution is cut and dry.
Just drop
Pay
the
me for
cash
the
and leave.
night.
Right, right.
They ask me why.
Marriage is not that.
They
A
ask me
whole
why.
lot of stuff comes with marriage, man. Like,
They,
you know what I mean?
I
A
get you,
lot of
but
stuff comes with marriage. I mean, if you get married to a prostitute, then it becomes a form of prostitution. We've seen guys get dragged through the court system because they got married to one of those material girls who only married them for their money.
Right.
And if that's the case, then it's a form of prostitution. But if you marry a woman of value, a woman who stands on principle, no, you're not marrying a prostitute. You're marrying a woman who's there to be a wife, there to be a mother, to be supportive, to be all those things that a man need from a wife.
I'm gonna have to pop the balloon on that one. Pop. I'll tell you why. Because at the end of the day, food, clothing, and shelter, that's money. They want the same services and what's the word I'm looking for? They just going by a different way of doing it. Whether some may say is more wholesome, more modest, it's still the same thing. Now, I will agree with you guys on one thing. Well, I won't totally agree, but I see where you're getting at. The love, the compassion, the relationship. You have Johns out here that been around these certain prostitutes for a long time. They might as well be married to them.
To a degree. But at the same time,
Taking care of their kids, taking them out on the side. You know,
Nah,
I
that's
just
two
listen.
totally different. That's
I
two
just seen
totally
guys.
different
I
things.
just seen guys had a relationship with strippers in my day, right?
Yeah, but that's
But
not
but
a
but but,
marriage. They not married to the strippers.
but they're taking them out to the movies. Look, same thing we used to
Taking
do.
them out. They fun
Taking them
girls. They
out to
having a good
dinner.
time with them.
it is fun.
But those
Escort.
strippers
This
are not their
escorting.
wife. Like a wife is totally different from a prostitute or a stripper.
Right, right, right.
If she's actually a wife,
Wow.
you know what I'm saying? Like not everybody is a wife. I agree with you on that part. Not every woman is a wife. Not every man is a husband. Half the people married going to get divorced, right? But it's I don't see it as a pimp and hoeing type of thing. No, not marriage. No, no.
I
Mm-mm.
think it's a form of prostitution because at the end of the day,
Nah,
listen,
depends on the woman. It
listen,
depends on the woman.
listen. All right, let me tell you this. And we all today lost our financial stability. And just say today, we're not going to work. We're whatever, however we get money, we're going to tell our wives, right, that you know what, baby girl, I love you, but you handle your business. You go ahead and do that. I'm gonna stay home and be a PlayStation dad or whatever the case may be. I'm just gonna sit here and just chill out. I want to see how long that relationship lasts.
The relationship won't last because that's not what your wife signed up for, number one. And number two, if you do that, you're not really being fulfilling your manly duties. You can't fulfill your manly duties just staying home playing PlayStation and living off your woman. Yeah, she ought to leave you. Because
Yeah,
that's
but
not a
see,
woman's place. That is it's not a woman's place to take care of a man. It's her
okay,
place to take care of the children,
that's
but it's
true.
not her place to take care of her husband. She's supposed to support her husband, but she's not there to provide for her husband. It's the man's job to provide for the women and the children. Her
That's
place to provide for the children.
Mhm.
She supports the man.
Right.
that's true. But okay, what was our argument in the beginning? That guys,
Marriage is a form of
yeah,
prostitution.
but the guy, no, before that, the guy jumps, he skips the romance, the chivalry, putting the jacket over
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
puddle.
It's,
He
Right.
goes, he
it's
skips,
tricking the new
he's
way of the game.
yes,
Yeah.
he
It's tricking the
skips
new way of the
all
game.
he skips all that to get to the drawers. Let's get
Right.
down to business.
Right.
Get
I don't
straight to it.
Let's get straight to it. But when you're dealing with relationships, you want to, you're trying to put your best representative out there. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
I'll do this. I'll do this. The key sweat songs, and soon as I get home from work type of vibe, right? When, when, when
Baby face.
yeah,
How's it
baby
going?
face, right? So
Yeah.
these guys are shortcutting that, cutting half of the headache,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
cutting half of the jealousies and all this type of stuff that come with relationships, and just get down to business. But in that sense, and even in that content, you still have men or tricks or Johns, whatever you want to call them today, they still fall in love because they go outside of the business part of the whole thing, and they end up still having some type of form of relationship.
Yeah, but he be having feelings, but here's the thing. That's like a relationship. That's like down the road. There's a payback later on. Like say y'all get past the days of youth and you get into the older age, right? So she gotta help take care of you at some point. You know what I mean? There's a chance. Now, if the woman is just in the transaction phase, she not taking you to the hospital. She ain't taking care of you, making sure you getting up and getting your medication at night. You know what I mean? Or helping
Yeah.
when you sick or nothing like that. That's why that's not one of those things. That's all a part of the package. But it's like a real, like almost like a contract. Like it's more than just a transaction, like a rental here. Like if you rent a U-Haul, you drop that back off. You see what I'm saying? But on the other hand, if you buy the car, you gotta actually go change the oil. You got to do that's a whole thing. There's a whole that comes with it. So that's the difference between the two.
Change the
Yeah.
tires, and they say it
That's
was
a
something
perfect analogy.
knowledge.
Renting the car versus buying it.
Right. Right.
Yeah. There's certain cars got a lot of mileage on it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
There's no payoff in the end. You know what I mean? Like they don't come. There's no loyalty. There's no reason for them. There's no loyalty to a transaction.
I like both arguments, man. I do. It can. I listen. We all gonna hear. We all gonna sit here, and when I use the word front,
Mhm.
brothers, don't take offense to it. We all gonna sit here in front like we love our wives, right? But some days, I know I may get in trouble with this. You like, why can't I just have the relationship without all the drama behind it? You know what I'm saying? And I think that's why a lot of guys today, they like to be tricks.
Yeah.
Whole bunch of tricks out there,
It's
man.
fun. It's fun.
A lot of
Yeah.
tricks.
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This part one, man, we gotta elaborate more on this one, man.
Mhm.
We really do. We really do. And ladies, I apologize. The women out there, the modest women out there that's married, and the wholesome women that's there supporting their husbands and men and their family, holding it down. I meant no harm by that. I was just trying to gather some type of comparison. So.
Share.